Before we start the video, just a quick reminder that I do have a Discord server, so if you haven't yet, please join it. We can chat there, and also it's a good way for me to communicate with you in case something bad happens to the channel. If you're interested, the link to it is in the description. Yo, what's up guys, it's OverlordX and I, and welcome to a new Ninjago video. So after Season 15 Seabound, our minds were left blown. We never expected to get such a good season. We had a ton of questions, and for me personally, over the past week, I've been developing a fanfic for how I would want Ninjago to turn out for the next couple of years. I thought I'd go ahead and share it. Please keep in mind that I'm going to be summarizing each of these seasons. I have about 5-ish on my mind, and I don't know how long this video will be as of the time of this recording. Could be short, could be long, but you guys know by the time you're watching this, so yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. So I doubt we will get any more seasons in 2021, so let's just jump over to 2022. 2022 would focus on the Vengestone Buyer. The first thing you guys will say is that you want the Vengestone Buyer to show up in Season 16. Well, I disagree. Here's how I would do it. Season 16 would be a team season, but it would have a slight bit more of Cole focus because he would have a new voice actor. It's most likely that Cole will get a new voice actor, but just so the actor can have a warm welcome into Ninjago, he could technically have a season to himself, like how Lloyd had some moments in The Island. Frankly, this season would be similar to The Island being a short setup for Season 17. Now as for the plot, it would pretty much center around the ninja figuring out who the Vengestone Buyer is. They'd note Misdemeanor's Vengestone shipments as well as the Skull Sorcerer mining all that Vengestone in Master of the Mountain. We could see the ninja going into several criminal organizations. Good opportunity for Rocky Danger Buff. And if you don't remember, I made a video about this not long ago. I'll put a card above if you're interested. In a couple words, the mayor is suspicious. She isn't out in the public very much, and we only know of 2 things that she did in Season 8. For some reason, she didn't go to give the ninja the Destiny's Bounty in March of the Oni. The ninja would eventually put suspicions into the government, saying that there is a mole in there, and in the end it would be revealed that the mayor is the Vengestone Buyer. So they think. Season 16 would end with a shot in Metalonia, which would show the real Vengestone Buyer, Skylar's mother. And now, transition over to Season 17. Season 17 would be a Kai season, and Skylar would have a big secondary focus. Pretty much, Skylar's mother would be hiding in Metalonia, and here's the thing. Skylar's mother would feel jealous because Skylar, her daughter, inherited her element. She wanted to keep that element forever, but obviously she passed it down during birth. Thus she'd think, oh, if I can't have my elemental power, no one else can. No elemental powers should exist in Ninjago. So we'd figure out that she had a base in Metalonia, she was storing all her Vengestone there to eventually use it, and with her criminal organizations or some other army if she has one, she'd do something like, I don't know, place Vengestone all over Ninjago to prevent Elemental Masters. Elemental Masters would exist, but they wouldn't be able to control their elements, because, you know, they'd have Vengestone all around them. Because this would be a season focusing on elemental powers, this would be a good way to bring in other characters that we hadn't seen for a long time. Like, for example, Garmadon, because, you know, Garmadon is the Master of Destruction. We could meet a new Master of Wind, the Time Twins could be back, if they are alive. We don't know due to the end of Golden Hour, but it is possible. If not a new Master of Time, but... The other thing, this would be a good opportunity to bring back Nia. I think that Nia is pretty much immortal. This would be a good way to bring back not just Nia, but maybe even Niat, if Niat is also invincible and immortal. It would end with all the Elemental Masters beating Skylar's mother, and peace would be brought back to Ninjago. Nia would somehow start to regain consciousness, and then we transition over to 2023. 2023 would mainly focus on Zane and Jay and trying to develop them more as characters. So as of Season 18, Nia will start to redevelop her consciousness and be able to communicate with the ninja. The ninja come up with an idea that they could freeze up Nia to give her a physical body. However, because it is hard for Zane to do that, he considers going to look for an old friend, the previous Master of Ice. The ninja go look for him, and it turns out that he is actually on the Dark Island. But it turns out that he is leading a villainous faction known as the Mystics. What are Mystics? Well, it's in their name. They're magicians. A conflict happens in Season 18, focusing on Zane with his relationship with the Master of Ice, and eventually, with their magic, the Mystics turn Nia back into a human. The same could happen to Niad, but I'm not sure. Could happen, could not. Whatever works. Then, Season 19. That would be a J season. This season is a concept that I would love to happen in Ninjago. At least taking elements of this fanfic that I have, hopefully it will happen eventually. But anyways, it would focus on Jay and his relationship with his biological mother, and Nia. So Nia would have a little bit of amnesia because she wouldn't remember anything after being in her water form. And remember how Jay's biological mother has only appeared in flashbacks? Well, here's the catch with Season 19. Remember how there are 16 realms? There are 7 that we still need to know. And to have 7 seasons exploring different realms would be repetitive, in my opinion. So, you know how Cliff Gordon or Fritz Donegan was in space? Well, turns out that there is this elite space police force. In this force, there are 16 officers, each one from a different realm. Who's the police officer from Ninjago? Jay's mother. Somehow, Jay is brought to space, or Jay's mother comes to Ninjago, and it would pretty much be a space conflict, because in this fanfic, each realm would be a planet. We could see Cloud Kingdom, for example, underground in a planet, the underworld, even the Departed realm. That would be really interesting in my opinion. The Departed realm could bring in a lot of opportunities, like for example bringing back Harumi, Moro, etc. And this season would give a slight hit for Season 20, which would happen in 2024. But anyways, back to Season 19, again, Space Wars, and developing his relationships with Nia as she regains her memories, and Jay rekindling his relationship with his biological mother that he never had. But anyways, that's Season 19. Now on to 2024. At this point, I don't think Ninjago would have much direction because either seasons would be repetitive or, So I'd end it at Season 20. You have probably heard different variations for a final season of Ninjago, and yeah, in summary, the future reflections would be fulfilled. Noting the reflection that Lloyd saw in Season 11, he would become evil like his father. Lloyd fights all the other ninja. In the process, Lloyd and Cole die. Jay, Zane, Kai, and Nia live. And Jay and Nia fulfill their yin-yang promise, and they get married. Villainous factions could vary, but yeah, that's really just stuff to make up. In my opinion, the final canon season of the show would be appropriate here because it would be time for a redesign of the ninja. So the series could continue, theoretically, but in my opinion at this point there wouldn't really be anything that would interest me in Ninjago, as in stuff I would want to see before the series ends. The series could continue, but it would get repetitive in my opinion. Instead, there should probably be a prequel spin-off, or perhaps even a reboot, but I'm not sure. You guys could let me know your thoughts down in the comments. But anyways, what do you think about this whole fanfic? Please let me know in the comments. I know it wasn't very in-depth, but I just wanted to get a summary out. Anyways, I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out. Bye.